What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys. Another tech time, and there's two more cards that we got to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? So guys, the card I'm obviously talking about is a card that you actually saw in one of my deck lists when I got top 8 with it with Infernoids a few months ago. But that card, Alpha, the Master of Beasts, really powerful card that came out of PHRA. Phantom Rage, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the card specifically says cannot be normal summoned or set and must be first special summoned from your hand, while the total attack of all monsters your opponent controls is more than the attack of all monsters you control, which is really easy and basically is a Cyber Dragon style effect. The card goes on to read, you can target any number of beast, warrior, and or winged beast monsters you control and return them to the hand, then return face up monsters your opponent controls to the hand equal to the number of cards you return to the hand. Also for the rest of the turn, Alpha, the Master of Beasts you control, cannot attack directly. Make sure that you know that so that you never get cheated by this card. Now, why am I mentioning that card? Well, let's get into that, shall we? Guys, in a previous format, it used to be used a lot against a deck like Tri-Brigade. If a deck ended on an Appaloosa and a Revolt, one Alpha could force all of the interaction that you needed, and then you could obviously chain a secondary card to be able to deal with your opponent's board. Maybe a Droplet in your hand, maybe a Dark Ruler that you had. Maybe you want to bait your opponent out into bringing all of their cards out. Maybe an Omen is going to obviously banish the Alpha, the Master of Beasts, but then obviously you have a bit more of effects after that. You also had the ability that if you're only dealing with Appaloosa, Alpha, Master of Beast just won that matchup each and every time. Well, the same thing is going on inside of this format, and I'll get into what I mean. I'm mentioning specifically because so many people are complaining about the hand traps that aren't quite doing enough inside of their hand to be able to handle what their opponent is doing, and they need a board breaking card or a card that can interact with their opponent going second. Obviously you can draw a card like Diddy Crow and Ghost Bell and Impermanence, because currently those two other monster hand traps are the first time that a monster hand trap really can be used on your opponent's turn like that, and it truly be as powerful as you want it to be because of the sheer power of a card like Branded in Red. Alpha, the Master of Beasts, in a head-to-head like fashion with a card like Mirror Jade, absolutely dominates Mirror Jade because Mirror Jade cannot resolve in the extra deck. Therefore, if you're bouncing that and they don't have any other interruptions, basically your opponent is screwed. Let me know what you think about that card down in the comments. We're going to move on to the next card. I definitely think it's something you should consider as long as your meta isn't overrun by Fluanderies. I apologize, I have a lot of followers. The second card I wanted to talk about obviously has been a little bit on my mind. It's been on my mind for about a week. I've been wanting to help a few players in the Kansas City area. Both shout out to Daryl, Flip Nation. What up, Ron? How you doing? But anyways, guys, I wanted to talk about Guardian Eatos, which is a card I've noticed because the deck needs level 8 extenders, and it simply has been popping up each time I go deep dive the library and try to find new cards to help this deck. So let me get into what I mean. With the agent cards like Neptune, with some of the other Master Hyperion, the new Hyperion stuff, being level 8 extenders, and you not wanting to brick on a card like Neptune, basically, guys, Guardian Eatos is a free special summon to be able to alleviate that effect. Guardian Eatos specifically reads, if you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can special summon one of your equipped spells equipped to this card and then target 3 monsters your opponent controls. The last thing that you ever care about is the equipped blah blah blah. All you care about is simply having a level 8 fairy that can extend very quickly. Now obviously it would be up to you if you're planning on playing the agent deck how you would make it work. I don't necessarily think it's better than Shine Balls, but when we were actually talking about it, it came up over and over again because it really is very free, and it is a wind monster that you could actually out a specific deck like Fluanderies. Again, you see how that works because it's wind? Interesting, very interesting, and you won't have anything in your graveyard either, just in case they shifted you. Just something to think about, guys. It's a decent card. If you're playing that agent deck, make sure you think about picking up this card as well. The fundamental issue with agents, because we do have a lot of upcoming content coming on it, the fundamental issue, guys, is figuring out how to combo, how to deal with the Shine Balls if you even want to play them. Is Guardian Eatos good enough by itself? Who knows? I did kind of scour the internet before I made this video, and someone actually went 7-2 at a Philadelphia regional, and a Philadelphia regional isn't necessarily a walk in the park. Guys, let me know what you think about these techs down in the comments. Make sure you tune in to each and every Meta of Tomorrow video that is coming, because they're coming back to back to back. The clothing line is finished. All of the website is almost being done. Make sure you stay tuned, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Pegasus signing out. Peace. Ciao, bella.